You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 117.
117. Wow, man. I'm Sergeant Segway back again.
Let's go.
Baby.
Be Mike Bandit here. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Twitter, Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Ralph, my guy.
We bike.
Yeah,
man. It's been a great week, man. How's everything on your end, man?
Everything is good. Just adulting, man. Last week was adultish as hell. Like my work days were way more busy than they should have been, and then my evenings were also busy as well. I've been dealing with this issue with my car title for like the last few months. Like I can't even renew my license plate sticker because
going on,
man, a whole lot. Okay. So hopefully, I think I got everything squared away like last Friday. So hopefully things are good now. But I'll know in another week or so. But this adulting shit is crazy.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Gotcha.
I need another vacation.
Man, what? Easily,
for real.
Like
real.
That's not even a debate, man.
Man.
But, our off the wax, conversation, me and you had. I had a trying week, but man, it's been joyous nonetheless. Like, I said my birthday was last Monday.
Yes,
so
yes.
Another year, another chance to do it again, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. All the love, all the wishes from family, friends, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. That's pretty much, I don't know, man. I don't be doing that.
Listen,
man. Like, and then even when I do something, it's not like I'm doing anything
right,
more different than what y'all do.
Ain't nothing extravagant. Like we just chilling. Like I've recently gotten into cigars, so I had a cigar out on the back patio yesterday.
Hey man,
like,
you put that boomerang or that video out, I was like, oh, my palate's outside.
Hey,
I thought,
that was at home. That was at home.
No,
you didn't think it was a cigar? Listen, I had more than two people say that. I'm like, fam, y'all know.
I was like, he's blowing the trees.
First of all, y'all know.
Hey, look,
I'm not putting. I wouldn't put that type of content out there.
Why not?
I mean, the marijuana, marijuana.
Hey,
no,
man, you're an accountant, man. Drugs are okay for you to do.
You would think, right? but I'm black. I'm black.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't snort a line, so you all right, bro.
No, that was definitely.
That's why I draw the line. No pun intended. But, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna do it right.
Listen.
Now if you hit the trees, on the live, like I'm like, hey fam.
That's a different animal there.
Yeah.
But like, listen, I've only
different line of work.
We're friends. We're all family here. We're all OS family. Us and the listeners. I've only partaken in smoking marijuana one time, and I knew from that point on I would never smoke it again, just because I didn't like the way it felt when I inhaled.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. The shit just is different with my lungs, so that's why I prefer edibles.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: how was the cigar experience? Because I imagine that they're somewhat about the same when you're just talking about smoking and inhaling.
Well, I guess my thing is when I smoke the cigar, I'm not like. And maybe I was smoking weed wrong, but I'm not like ingesting it. Like I'm puffing it in, immediately blowing back out. Like I'm not holding it or anything like that. So it doesn't affect me as much.
Gotcha. Maybe I'm smoking wrong because I smoke like that all the
Yeah,
time.
nah. And like with the cigar I had yesterday, it was like a vanilla champagne or something. Like it was the flavor. The flavor was good.
That's the thing. I'm starting to, we're both, we're both of the same age, so it's not like a big thing, but I mean a big age difference. But it's just as far as I like to do more gentlemanly things.
Yeah.
So if cigars are your rites of passage, cool. I just don't know what to go, like what to get.
Same.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I go into the cigar lounge. I'm like, I don't want to get nothing too cheap because I don't want nobody thinking nothing about me.
I don't care. Give me the shit that tastes good. I'm looking at the flavors. I don't know about none of that. I don't know about the brands. None of that.
I grabbed a $14 cigar one day.
Man, that cigar I was smoking yesterday was $5.20.
Nothing wrong.
And it was great.
Hey, the 14 one hit too. But I was just saying, I didn't know. Like I was telling you, and then like, because when you go, like I'm saying, it's cool because you like right now it's like then, but like say you go to like a business event and you gotta like kind of you still get the $5 joint.
Why not? If I'm paying for it, listen. I'm not gonna pay to smoke some shit. I don't know what it really is like.
But what if you got? What if it's like a trying experience? Like what I'm saying, you got to try it out.
I mean, I'll try.
But
I'll try it on my own time.
But I guess that's what the obviously that's what the workers are there for. Like, hey, what's
that's
this,
also
what's
true.
That,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I went to this smaller shop up the street. I had to get an ashtray. Got a triangle ashtray with the gold joint in the middle. Some class. Yeah, I'll show you upstairs. But yeah, that's it. Okay. And I was just at the crib, just chilling. Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, let's get into it, man. What are we doing? Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. I kind of thought of this actually this morning, so it's kind of off the dome with the off the dome questioning. Often things can be so good that they become bad. You know what I'm saying? When have you ever, watched a show and it started great and then it just takes a turn for the worse?
Oh.
Like, because I know you consume a lot of TV, so like, yeah, you ever got into a show, you're knee deep into it, and then it just somewhere takes a turn for the worse.
So okay, the first and this, I don't know, many people might not know about this, but there's a cartoon called Young Justice.
Okay.
Basically it's all of the sidekicks of the Justice League who form their own. It's like a version of the Teen Titans, but not really. And it's animated TV show. But first 2 seasons came out. This had to be like mid 2010s, if I'm not mistaken, early 2010s. Fire first 2 seasons. And then it took damn near 8 years for season 3 to come out, which I think it came out 2019, 2020. And I've been waiting forever to see it, right? So on the first watch, it's like, okay, it's okay. Like, it's not as great as the first 2 seasons, but I'm gonna tolerate it just because, it's something that I've been waiting for so long. The first 2 seasons were great. But upon the second watch, that 3rd season was horrible. Like, it was bad, like bad. I don't know if they had different writers. I don't know if like the team involved was completely different from the team from the first 2 seasons, but it was not good at all. And I was very disappointed because I waited so long to see that. So long. So disappointed.
Well, my answer to that question is definitely The Chi. Scripted show that's on Showtime. Pretty much black in the day in the life of in The Chi, right? It started off tremendously because it had our guy that played Eazy. I forget his name, but he played Eazy. The show was centered around him. He got into a sexual harassment case against one of the co-stars of the show, which is no longer on the show. Yeah. His girlfriend on the show. He sexually harassed her, and they're no longer both on the show. And they had to pivot, right? First 2 seasons are great, right? And then it pivots in season 3. Now there's kids on the show. The kids have always been there, but it's kind of been like, a show can have 3 storylines. Like, you have the kids, you have the adults, and then you have maybe another street side or something like that. That's how the show was initially set up. Okay. And then the kids become the center of the focal point, like the focal point of the show from season 3 to now season 4. The writing has changed. The direction of the show is horrible. It's like it doesn't make any sense anymore. And I was like, I watched the season finale today of season 4. That's where this came from. Like, this is horrible. This is trash. Like,
it's crazy.
It's like I watched it for 50 minutes and I felt so left empty. Like, what did I just watch? Like, it's like one of those, like, oh no, this is not good. And I blame Lena Waithe.
I'm not mad at it. I've actually seen a lot of people on social media have that same sentiment today. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, blame Lena Waithe. This is Lena Waithe's fault.
I mean, it's her show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she got to take this shit. That's crazy. Another one. This is a show that's like airing right now. Dave.
Okay.
FX. Yeah. So the first season of Dave was great. Like this little Dicky, like funny. He could rap, but the show is good. Like the first season was amazing. They're actually currently in the second season now, and it is nowhere near what the first season was. Like it's boring. It's boring. Like each episode has a moral to it, which is kind of cool in hindsight. But watching the episodes, it is so boring. So boring, and that's very sad because I really enjoyed the first season. So Dave is definitely another one of those. All right, so for my off the dome, and mine is kind of TV related.
Okay.
And this is something I actually thought about earlier today too. What TV show do you think will make a good movie?
This is so easy. I'm going to give you my answer. It's always The Wire. Right?
Oh, that's my answer. That's what made me think of this question.
Well, the reason I'm saying this is because they're doing it for The Sopranos, and The Sopranos is getting a prequel film where James Gandolfini's son, the guy that played Tony Soprano, is playing a younger version of him.
Oh wow!
It's called The Streets of Newark. Wow. It's going to be pretty much that. So we need a prequel film of Avon and Stringer. Like
that would be hard.
That's what I want.
That would be hard.
Like a prequel film. Like just kind of answer some of those questions or fill in gaps and maybe in the stories and things like that.
Yeah.
But that's my answer.
That was actually my answer too. And what made me think about the question is because I had a memory pop up today of season 2 of Breaking the Wire that we did last year.
Okay.
Episode 2 of part 2 of Breaking the Wire. And just thinking about Breaking Bad and The Wire, I was thinking about The Wire and how each season had a different theme, but they, all the seasons interconnected, which I thought was dope. Like this would be like The Wire would be a fire movie, and it would have fire sequels just because of how the seasons were structured. But even thinking about the prequel aspect with Avon, that would be great too.
Yeah,
so
I want the prequel joint. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like what they did with Breaking Bad, like they gave you the story after the fact with Jesse. Like I've never seen El Camino, but I've heard that it's horrible. But you know what I'm saying? I don't need to watch it.
But yeah. So it's The Wire. The Wire would make a fire movie.
But I mean, even if we want to flip it to Breaking Bad, like maybe if we got like the prequel of Walter White and all the stuff that led up to him becoming the quaint chemistry teacher that he was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a brilliant scientist,
right? Up until the point where he left like the company with his friends and all.
I mean,
that.
we got enough backstory, but you can't flush it. You can still flush it. You can still flush it.
100%. Yeah, especially with the his prior love interest. So yeah, that would be a dope story.
All of that.
Facts. So yeah, that was off the dome. Let us know what TV show do you think will make a great movie?
And also, what TV show has started off great and then just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah, man.
The OS news desk is stacked this week, I would like to say.
Yes, it is.
We got a lot to discuss. I'm gonna just start here. I'm gonna start first. Started the crown of this thing. King Nasir Jones is coming out with another album, surprise album. He's surprise album us.
Right.
Like, this is weird, but King's Disease 2 dropping on August the 6th. Johnny, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, this was 100% a surprise.
Yep.
Didn't see this nowhere coming at all. Didn't see this coming anywhere. I mean, I'm going to listen. I'm not going to say I'm excited for it. King's Disease 1 was a good album. Was a really good album. Grammy award winning.
Yeah.
Grammy award winning. It's dope. So yeah, I'm I don't know. Did he release a track list or anything? Or he just announced the album?
Just announced the album. I don't think, honestly, at this point, like, what is a track listing for Nas gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying, for you? Like, and that's not, you know, I don't want that to sound bad, but I'm just saying, like, we don't have to anticipate that. Like, you can just drop it because it's Nas.
Yeah. I'm just curious about the features, and is Hotboy still?
Yeah, Hotboy is running it back. Hotboy put that out there too. So.
It's probably just all the other songs from the sessions they did that didn't make it.
And I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask
That's
that.
all
like,
it probably
is it new energy or is it just leftover tracks from those sessions? That was the thing, because this doesn't, even though it's King's Disease 2, it doesn't feel like it's getting the proper due that it would, like King Disease 1 had. You know what I'm saying? And King Disease 1 kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not sure if there was like a big build up for anticipation for it.
Not that I can remember.
But the album came out. It was very, very well received. So I mean, well, he had the lean single. So never mind. I think remember he had Ultra Black. Like that was the single. Like they was kind of so. King's Disease had a more of a proper rollout. Than King's Disease 2. And it's like we just got the album cover. All right.
Right. And with the first one, I think people were a little excited about the production on it because it was Hotboy.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, let me ask you, would you prefer this to be a continuation, or would you prefer for it to be like a new energy type of album?
Like I want new energy. Like I want it to be, you know, it can still be the Hotboy production that we're used to hearing Nas on now, but I don't want it to feel like it's a lost tapes or just leftover tracks. I don't want it to feel like that. But this is the type of rollout that it feels like it's going to be, though.
Yeah. Like I wonder why he just didn't put out like a deluxe. I mean, it's a year later. Like, why not?
That's a thing too. Like deluxe album.
But with these newer artists, the deluxe comes like a week or two after the original. Like that's the weird shit to me. That's weird.
Yeah. It's like you could just put all these songs on one album.
Yeah, like make a double disc. Like it'll help your streaming. I don't know. But the most interesting thing about this is that it's dropping the same day as supposedly Donda is dropping. So it's like, which album you gonna listen to first? If Donda actually comes out,
Donda.
Okay.
I guess I'm like I have a good point of reference with Nas. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about 90s Nas. I'm talking about like if I want to go listen to King Disease, I can just listen to that.
True,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
So I want to hear what this Kanye project is gonna sound like. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm definitely gonna listen to King's Disease too. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I'm not. So Donda easily. Yeah, it's not a slight or whatever. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I'll probably listen to Donda first. I ain't gonna lie. I might not even get to King Disease 2 that weekend. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like if it's good,
I might not.
Especially if Donda's good.
It might. We're gonna have to run that back multiple times.
But and then there's nothing like. Shout out to Nas, man. Like he recognizes that, man. I'm me, and nobody can be me. And if people go listen to me, they go listen to me. Fuck. Fuck what everybody else got going. I'm king now.
He's at that age and stage in his career where it's like, yo, my fan base is solidified. I may get some new listeners, cool, but I know who gonna listen to it, and maybe he feels like he's just still in shape. He wants to get his shit off, and I feel like that's where we at.
Now let me ask you this: do you think Nas can run it back for album of the year? In that contention again this year?
This album is going to have to be at least 2 times better. Now, can he do it? I'm not saying he can't do it, but in order for that to happen, like it's going to have to be exponentially better.
Yeah, where it's going to be a general consensus. I'm not just talking about the people that are just super hard Nas fans.
Yeah,
y'all gonna say it's album of the year regardless. But I'm talking about
across the board,
where it's making album of the year conversation.
Yeah, it's going to have to be in somebody. It's going to have to be in a lot of people's top 5 for it to be contender for
I'm very interested in this. Like, I really want to listen to this. Like, I really want to see, what Nas will be kicking on King's Disease too. So
same.
Yeah. Since we're in our lyrical bag, let's stay here. Let's talk about the lyrical miracles or feuding with each other. We have. We'll just start with Mickey Factz. Mickey Factz unleashed a diss track on Royce the 5'9", where he just went completely off on him. But let's talk
Unleashed is a
about
funny word.
Yeah, I know, right? But let's just talk about, I guess, somewhat of the backstory that I can recall.
Yeah.
Johnny, you know, correct me.
Let's get into it.
Royce and Lupe are part of a podcast, right? Or were
They were.
okay. Royce and Lupe had some type of disagreement about who can rap better, right? I think
that's kind of what I gathered.
Okay.
But like, I'm not 100% sure. But
so diss tracks fly between Royce and Lupe.
Yeah.
Dope tracks, by the way, right?
Well, I haven't gotten to those. But
I'll just say they're dope, right? Because you know the certain segment of the internet blew up. You know what I'm saying? If this ain't for you, trust me, we understand.
Yeah.
But Lupe and Royce went going back and forth. Okay, cool. Rick, now I'm not sure what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey jumped out the window. That's seemingly, I'm not sure, but it just seemed like a friendly type of fire in this rap. Like, it's not, I didn't see anything personal. It was just more so the rap stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I feel like this is the competitive end of hip hop here that we're on right now. With Royce, Lupe, and Mickey. With it seems as if Mickey being at the forefront of this right now, because this almost 6-minute track that Mickey put out was nuts. It was insane. Like, it was no personals in it. It was strictly rapping. And he even I think it's Ransom. He used Ransom style. He used Royce's style. And there's somebody, RJ Payne, I think his name is.
No, I'm not familiar with him at all.
Now I'm not as familiar with him. I know he's been on a couple of Ransom's projects that he's put out the last couple years. And that's the extent of my knowledge of him. But I don't understand why Mickey jumped out the way he did. I don't know. Did Royce mention Mickey's name in the diss or what?
I think that's. I listened to it. Maybe he said something about Mickey. He had to, because I guess I was just focused on how Royce was rapping, and I didn't revisit it. Like,
okay, got you.
That's one thing about these disses. Man, look, okay, that's cool, but I ain't gotta listen to this shit again. Like, I really don't.
Or this is more and I guess I'm answering my own question when I ask this, but or this is more popular when it gets personal.
Yeah.
I answered that because as I was asking.
There's no beef. There's no like we okay. All right, I'm being completely.
Let's do
honest,
it. Let's
right?
do it.
Completely honest, right? This is a boring beef. This is like in high school. These are the kids in the AP classes fighting. This doesn't really shake the foundation of the school. Like, now, when the general population kids get the thumping, everybody hears about it.
Man.
But if they fighting in honest chemistry, nobody cares. And this is pretty much what's going on right now. Nobody
they freestyling in calculus.
Nobody cares that like Royce, Lupe, and Mickey are going back and forth with each other. Only the purest of lyricist fans care. Like, I care to an extent, but I thought it was corny because I'm like, y'all are like brothers in rhyme. What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, it's not like a real beef though. It's like y'all was on a podcast together, y'all kicking it, and then all of a sudden this disses flying against each other.
It's definitely not a real beef.
But
that's funny.
Fuck out of here.
My man's is in trigonometry passing diss tracks.
Trigonometry pulling triggers.
I love it. That is awesome. Listen, all I know is this Mickey Factz shit was hard. And I'm not
knocking it.
I thought he would have put that shit out like on the DSPs, but he didn't. And I'm upset about that because now I gotta go to Instagram and YouTube and shit to listen to it when I wanna ride to this shit and listen and like analyze and shit. But I don't know, man. That's funny.
This is the
thing. Calculus shit.
This is the thing, right? With Mickey. Mickey came to rap, right? I think he caught Royce off guard with the rapping. And you've never seen Royce a loss for words.
True.
You've never seen Royce not ready to rap back at anybody. You know what I'm saying? That this is not the Royce that I'm a fan of, right?
Yeah.
And I likened it to him being sober now. Like he's sober. The sobriety is like, I'm not really there anymore. I'm self-centered and shit. So I need to. And it seemed like he's been going on like apology tours and like asking Mickey his energy, because it's like, I think if Royce is going to slip back into battle mode to battle you, I need to know where this is coming from. Is this rap or is it serious? That's my view of it. I'm not saying that's what he said, but that's just how I view it. I feel like he like, hey man, before I let this thing fly, I'm trying to see how serious this is. That's what I'm thinking.
It seems as if Royce is trying. Bail though too. It sounds as if Royce, well, from what you're saying, it sounds like Royce is trying not to tap into like the inner demon inside, because if it's unleashed, it's gonna be hard to bottle it back in. Yeah, the thing is, Mickey don't do good with aggression. He don't, because we seen him battle DNA. DNA was on his ass, and I don't like DNA. I can't, and you know I can't stand DNA. DNA beat shit down Mickey Factz leg. He don't do good with aggression. Like, he can rap, but we talking about like that aggressive stuff. Yeah, I don't think Mickey. It's gonna be a long night. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Man. But it is interesting that Royce hasn't responded yet. I even think I saw him on Instagram saying like, I got friends too, or some shit like that. Because Mickey is Lupe's people. Like, that's his man. I think he feels like he's being jumped right now. But what's wrong with that? No. I'm saying warfare, right? I understand if he does feel like he's being jumped, cool. Okay. He does. Royce does have friends. Yeah. He got Crook. He got Joel. He got Kid Vicious. Yeah. He got people that he can call to jump in if needed. I feel like if Joe was outside, Joe would rap. Oh, Joe would have already had 4 diss tracks out already by now. But you know, Joe is the pod mogul now, so yeah, he literally is retired from rap. So, but yeah, shout out to Mickey, Lupe, and Royce. It'll be interesting to see where this goes, but it doesn't look like the fans are going to be flamed anymore. Like, it's just, this is where it ends. It seems like. Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen. Even if Royce responds to it, nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. It's true. I mean, Mickey got a new project coming out, so maybe this is like a nasty promo for him. Yeah, roll out. That's what I was trying to say. This does nothing for Mickey. True. Punching up at Royce the 5'9" in a sense, quote unquote, it does nothing. It does nothing. Mickey has. So I know Mickey's not doing this for a rollout. That's what I'm saying. Oh, gotcha. I'm being respectful to the craft of Mickey Factz. Like, you, no, it's cool. No. Mickey he carved out his own corner of hip hop. Like, he got his people that's gonna support him. Like, he good. He good. I like what you said about fans flaming out. Right. Mm-hmm. Fans are definitely steaming or flamed up at DaBaby right now. DaBaby has went on a rant at the recent Rolling Loud Festival in Miami, which was crazy, right? It was numbers out there, sold out, all that crazy stuff. During his set, he had 2 no-nos, right? One thing we overlooked was definitely him bringing out Tory Lanez, right? And then, you know, the homophobic comments, which has led to a whirlwind of things. Talk about shit was all good just a week ago. Like, you could really have just not said anything. But Johnny, we don't have to repeat said comments. We gotta say it. Johnny, what are your thoughts on this? So about him bringing Tory Lanez out, super nasty. Yeah. Are they best? I know they got a track right now together. Like, are they like best friends or something? I mean, and it came out of nowhere. Like, they're industry pals. Like, I don't really know, like, to the extent of their friendship, but I feel like, and like I put in our group, I felt like he's trolling Meg at this point. And if he is trolling Meg, why? Mm-hmm. Like, I want to understand why he's doing that, because I don't get it. Maybe I'm putting too much into the situation, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just scale back for a second. He did put, like you said, they have a song together, so yeah. Him bringing out Tory Lanez is just a part of his set. But Meg Thee Stallion is there. Why? Like, what in your mind, like, made that think that was okay? Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the pending case or whatever. Like, Meg just wants to, you know, come out there, rap, twerk, go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Meg really about that. She hot girl. She bought her business, but she'll still go home though. She on her hot girl shit, and then her man coming to pick her up. That's what she said that shit back in May or something. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest though, with him bringing Tory Lanez out. I understand the situation between Tory and Meg. I get it.
Mhm.
But as far as the baby bringing him out, like,
You think you think those are like it has nothing to do with that?
honestly, no. Well, I don't think it does. But again, I'm not in the like. I don't know.
Maybe I had my sensitivity blinders on, and I was just like,
Yeah.
This is not a good look.
But at this rate, honestly, I don't care. Like, I imagine. Well, DaBaby just got dropped from Lollapalooza, so he's not gonna be performing there. But wherever else DaBaby performs, I'm going to assume Tory Lanez is going to be there. So,
well, they didn't cancel Tory. Tory could have easily been on the bill, probably, maybe.
And another interesting thing about this, I wonder if, and again, I don't know, but does Meg have like some type of restraining order or something against Tory?
That's what I've read.
And if she does, how does that work with Tory being at Rolling Loud? Because then they're in the same.
But he's at work, like it's his workplace.
Exactly. So like, is there like a clause in the?
Can I not come and make money?
That's a good question. I don't know. But they gonna keep performing together. So y'all can be mad if you want. I don't care.
Let's skate off of that and get into the comments, the homophobic comments, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Like we we don't really get into the homophobic bashing and things like that here. But it's just like stupid is stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is with that, DaBaby has always been this person. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like, I'm not saying that he's good or bad. Did he have a lasting judgment? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to, be judge and jury on that.
Yeah.
But did he have a lasting judgment? Absolutely. Because just 20 seconds has cost you money. Like, a lot of money. And
especially going forward.
A lot of industry clout. A lot of that is just, so the $300,000 verses probably didn't drop down.
He probably still at 100. Probably.
Yeah, still 100. Like, I mean,
but so I'm gonna start off by saying all that, their whole rant, like none of that shit was okay.
Hey man,
none of it was okay.
I'm gonna repeat what he said. Like, at least
okay.
the latter half. He said people sucking dick in the parking lot. If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, Nick, like, first of all, first, my pal, how is that on your brain?
Right,
when you want people to make some noise.
Fam, got thousands of people screaming at you right now, singing your songs and shit, and that's on your mind.
Somebody said, wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. It's underrated right now. Like,
it's true. It's true.
I was like, what happened to that? It's like, I actually feel for my homosexual brothers and sisters, right? Mm-hmm. They catch unnecessary strays.
Yeah.
And from people's insecurities about their sexuality, right?
And that was 100,000% unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like,
I got into a few debates because T.I. loves bashing Lil Nas X, right? Now, I have my quarrels with Lil Nas X. It's not because of his overt sexuality and his in his stage performances and shit like that. I just think he makes mid music. So that's part of that's reasoning for that.
Right.
But when you just come at these, you come at this kid for just living however he wants to live, and you say gay rappers or bullying rappers, like gays are bullying rappers.
Yes.
Do you believe that's a true statement? Let me just
Hell no.
That. Okay.
Hell no.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna just say this. In today's climate, where you really can't say anything bad about the LGBTQ community, right? Mm-hmm. I know it's a few other letters, but excuse me. But you can't say anything bad about them, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there's a level of like, I need to watch what I say so I won't get canceled? You feel like that's bullying or no?
No, and I say that because, in speaking in DaBaby's case, like, that at the end of that Rolling Loud set, like, he performed, he got his shit off, like fire performance, whatever. Literally, all of his homophobic remarks were completely unwarranted. Like, they literally came out of nowhere. Like, they just, If anything, that was bullying. If we talking about bullying, that's bullying.
Yeah.
And spreading false or misinformation about HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's nuts. Like
that's crazy. That's crazy.
That community has spent years tirelessly trying to shake that notion, that stereotype, that's just their disease, like it doesn't affect all of us, right?
You know how bad that what DaBaby saying all that shit was? Elton John took to Twitter or Instagram, took to social media to try to correct everything that DaBaby said during that rant.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's crazy about homophobia and things like that? Like, the reason why you get a lot of blowback from LGBTQ communities, right, is because a lot of white people in there. That's my viewpoint on it, right? Because if it was black on black, just like most things are black on black, it wouldn't be this big of a headline. We probably wouldn't be talking about it. You know, things like that make DaBaby lost money. Remember that pop song I told you he's on that song with Dua Lipa?
Oh yeah.
She
removed him from
removed him from the song. Like,
I saw that.
Okay, stuff like that only occurs because whites care about
it. I was trying to find a rebuttal to that, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to have to agree.
It's like black problems are just black problems, right? Regardless, and it's already tough being black.
True.
I can imagine what it's like being tough. I mean, black and gay.
Yeah.
Or black, gay, and a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to it.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, I know, man. We just went down the road.
I know, man.
But
it's crazy that, like, okay, for us, for me and you, we're straight black males. So, you know, we're oppressed just being black males, right?
Yep.
But our gay comrades who are black male and gay, that's a whole nother thing. So not only do they have to deal with being black and male, but now they have to also deal with being gay in a society that people like DaBaby can go on the type of rant that he did. There was literally no reason.
Astray.
Like,
no
astray.
reason.
And I can only imagine how many gay individuals were out at Rolling Loud kicking it.
I was gonna say
probably singing all his shit.
Your insecurity is set up, right? You have just alienated your fan base. Like, somebody that's, that's probably gay. I mean, obviously there are gay individuals there. Like, it's too many people. So it's like, okay, we know somebody is gay. But those people are fans or could have been fans or wanted to be fans, and now you just push them away.
That's crazy.
Excuse me.
That's crazy. And now everybody wants to denounce DaBaby.
It's nuts because he's been this guy the whole time.
Bingo.
He's been this guy the whole time.
Bingo.
So I think he had lapse in judgment.
Oh, I'm 100%.
I'm still gonna listen to his villain music, like, his the villain beats, and he raps over. I'm still gonna listen. So
that's funny.
It is what it is. But
fucking
we're talking about tough things in black women. So let's just go and talk about Simone Biles. Taking herself out of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, or the 2021, I'm sorry, Tokyo Olympics. She has cited her mental health as being the reasoning for her withdrawal.
Yep.
Her withdrawal.
Johnny, sound it out, baby.
Johnny. I can say it. My tongue just.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good. First of all, I want to shout out Simone Biles. I applaud her for withdrawing herself from these games. And I know the mental health topic has been real major just in headlines, period, the last few years. And now we have this again here with the Olympics and Simone Biles. So I do want to shout her out for removing herself. Now, I saw a lot of people, both black and white,
talk about it,
talking down, talking shit, calling her a quitter, like all of these negative things they said about her in her, looking out for herself. making sure she making sure she doesn't have a life-ending, a career-ending injury. She mentioned how because of her, her mental health is on a decline right now, she was unable to detect herself as she's in the air doing these amazing flips that no other human can do on the planet. Do you understand if you're halfway in the air and you're flipping and you don't know where you are, you don't know how to land? Do you know the type of physical harm that you could cause yourself? And people want to be mad because she is self-aware enough to know that she can't complete these tasks. So therefore she's going to put herself first and withdraw herself from the Olympics. And you want to y'all want to call her a quitter? That is nuts to me. That is insane.
I'll say this, right? I expect this from the whites. I don't expect this from anybody that looks like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to bash this young sister who's been dominant in her sport, and
for at least 8 years, and she's still not even 30.
Listen, it takes a lot to deal with the things that she probably has to deal with being the only black girl on that team. Because think about it like this. She's like a mother hen to a lot of those girls now.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those ain't
she's the vet here.
Them ain't the same ones she was shooting with in the gym, theoretically speaking.
Facts.
Right. So, like, she's on a team with a whole bunch of new people. This is technically the off season. I'm not saying I don't know like really how gymnastics work, but the Olympics is supposed to be last year. Now, if you think I'm shooting her bill, okay.
Right.
But you take your big ass out there and flip then. You know what I'm saying? If you think she's like, it's crazy that we're sitting here like Simone Biles had to defend herself and her decision.
That's nuts.
Now the reason that this is different from, Naomi, Osaka, right? Naomi's, a tennis star and she's not American. So that's two different things, right? Like we're talking about an American-born gymnast who's been unstoppable in her sport. Unstoppable. Like,
literally has never lost, if I'm not mistaken.
She's in a conversation with like some of the greatest Olympians of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So put some respect on her name. And she wants to like, not flip for y'all this week. Like, so the fuck what? Like, I don't look at these athletes like that. And just to think about maybe the male counterparts, right? If a male came out here and said he was quitting because of his mental health, y'all would kill him. Like, if they're doing this to the women, imagine what it would be like if, let's just say I'm just pulling this out my ass and say LeBron. Like, say LeBron said, you know what? I'm tired of y'all talking bad about me in my Space Jam movie. I don't feel like playing basketball because I need a mental health break. Do you know? The internet would implode. It would.
I know it. I know it. But even with Simone Biles, right? We got to think about all the other shit she's had to endure while being the top gymnast on the planet for the last how many ever years.
Yeah.
The whole the Olympic physician, the sexual assault shit.
I forgot all about that.
She was literally the face. Like, she was the face of that. She was the one talking to the press about it. She was the one leading the fight in that. So she even had to deal with that as well while still competing and smashing everybody else in gymnastics. I remember, maybe that was Gabby Douglas. But when she first busted onto the Olympic scene and was winning medals and shit, how people was talking about her hair not being done.
Yeah, that was Gabby.
Okay, that was Gabby. So, all right.
But
so
still,
that's not my.
But the thing is with black people being in those predominantly white spaces when it comes to like those sports like gymnastics where you have to have money, and access to performing, I'm pretty sure she's had to deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say racist, racism, but
I mean,
interesting.
Call us.
I feel like if these were the white counterparts of these black women, it would be a different conversation and more of a we would wrap our arms around them of like, oh, poor thing. Mental health is very, very important to us.
Right. Do you know this whole situation has it gives me shut up and dribble vibes.
Oh, you said it.
I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. And I'm happy that Simone Biles is in the, well, first of all, that she was self-aware enough to understand that she wasn't able to compete at the level that she's able to, and withdrawing herself. And I forgot the next point I was gonna make, but I'm just happy she was able to be self-aware enough and take herself out of that, because who knows what could have happened. And let's just say she didn't take herself out and she really did physically injure herself to the point where her career was ended. Then then a lot of people would have been like, oh, well, she should have, if she knew she wasn't able to perform, maybe she should have just no, that's why she's doing it now.
You know what's so funny about this? Nobody, okay, the Olympics are for casual fans, right?
Yeah.
Nobody sit and watches gymnastics meets all the time.
True.
Fuck out.
Yeah, you got to you have to be
don't lie about
you
that.
Either had to be do gymnastics in college or something, or something that you follow as a child, but it's super rare that I'm finna turn the gymnastics meet on. No.
That's not how that works.
No.
So the Olympics are set up for the casual fan. You withdraw one of the most iconic figures from the TV screen. There's gonna be a lot of blowback from that. You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength of who Simone Biles is and was to the Olympic brand, because they need stars too. You know what I'm saying? And she's one of the biggest stars in the world when it comes to her sport.
Yep.
Like I've likened this to when we talked about Naomi. Like, they're probably more mad that you're withdrawing because of the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's other situations, but it's just she prioritized herself. So I hate that we're even having this conversation. I hate that she had to defend herself, and I hate that there was a lot of black men, bashing Simone Biles. Like, I've seen a lot of black men bashing Simone Biles.
I don't
black men no, that's not how this works
at all. And it makes me side eye y'all when y'all say shit like protect black women. Like, is it protect them or not? Because clearly they got to protect themselves, because y'all not helping. Like, what the? So yeah, again, I am very happy that she was self-aware. I know I've said this like 4 times, but the magnitude of what could have happened had she not taken herself out. So I'm glad that she was self-aware enough to withdraw, because who knows what could have happened. So again, shout out Simone Biles, man.
Yeah, definitely shout out Simone Biles. We're transitioning from one sports icon to another 2, actually. We're actually going to have reactions to the King Richard trailer. If you're not familiar, Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams, is actually getting his own feature-length film where Will Smith will be starring as the famous helicopter dad.
Will Smith bite.
Yeah, Will Smith.
This King Richard trailer, man. I teared up. I ain't gonna lie. I teared up at it. It was a very good trailer that has me very excited to watch this movie. Detailing the life of Richard Williams, who taught Venus and Serena how to play tennis and never had played tennis himself. Reading a lot of books, being able to take them out on the court, and the struggles of getting them seen by top tennis professionals and players. Like, we get to actually see what went on with that, because we've heard stories, but to be able to actually see that, I'm very, very, very excited for that.
Yeah.
Who better than Will Smith to play?
I don't know.
Williams.
Like, hey, shout out to this story being able to be told by at least the daughters, because I believe Richard Williams is no longer here with us, right? So salute to that. I don't think Will Smith looks like Richard Williams, but that's not necessarily the biggest. He don't even look close. Like, it's not even a debate.
Not at all.
But hey, it's all about if you bring the character to life on the screen, and that's the biggest thing. And obviously the producers, I know it's bigger than just like, oh, we want Will Smith to play our daddy. Like, I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But everything just kind of aligns. So it looks like a very, very good trailer. the girls that are playing the younger versions of Venus and Serena look spot on. Anjanae Ellis, who's in Lovecraft Country and other things. I think she played the Clark sisters' mama too. But you see her in little stuff here and there. But dope actress. So she plays the mom. So it looks good. It really looks good. So this can probably get Will back into Oscar season because this is really like it looks good.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's true. And the greatest thing about this, that shit coming on HBO Max, baby. I love it. HBO Max day one.
You know what? Johnny gives me a lot of credit for the segues, but he sets them up beautifully, and he doesn't know. HBO Max, streaming Max, streaming problems, right? We got to talk about the streaming wars. We got to go over to Disney Plus. Black Widow recently came out, right? And it came out on streaming. Scarlett Johansson is not happy about this
at all.
She is taking Disney to court or Marvel, whoever. Somebody got to pay.
Disney
got to pay what you owe. Johnny, what's your thoughts about
this? Man, okay. So I was actually thinking about this earlier today. So it's two sides to this story. It's two different perspectives to look at for this story. Scarlett Johansson's perspective is pretty straightforward. When you get to Disney side, that's where things get a little murky, right? So let's start with Scarlett Johansson's side.
Okay.
So Scarlett Johansson is suing Marvel. I'm sorry, she's suing Disney, who owns Marvel, because they debuted the movie Black Widow on Disney Plus the same day that it went to theaters, right? And in Scarlett Johansson's contract, it said that this movie was supposed to strictly be a movie going experience when it debuted. That's why Scarlett Johansson is suing, because somehow there's a metric or something with the ticket sales where if they hit a certain number of ticket sales, she gets
points on the back end. She pretty much gets she gets a percentage of box office sales.
And that's why she's suing, because hey, y'all didn't hold up, y'all ended this contract, which is making me lose money.
Yeah.
Point blank, breach of contract on Disney's part.
We talked about this numerous of times, just how this would come about. We just didn't think it would get here. Now, this is the only time that Disney is doing this.
Right.
Any other movie?
Well, with Marvel, they've done it with other Disney
Marvel
properties.
Gotcha.
With Marvel, yeah.
Fair point. Now, we talked about this before. We just didn't think it would get here. I'm not sure how the business is set up, but I'm gonna assume this, right? Disney Plus has been worse forever, right? But the idea of putting their live movies and Marvel content was never, premiere access. That wasn't a thing. It pivoted to that because of the pandemic.
Right.
Now, this movie's supposed to come out, 2020?
2020, yep.
So that means they filmed this in 2019, 2018, whatever.
Right.
So your contract, and I don't even know when you signed your contract, but
hell ago,
we weren't talking about Disney Plus figures in this contract. So I wonder if she ever thought about renegotiating said contract. But this is
that's the question.
Now, I like to think this, right? I want to attack this from another angle. Do you think they do this if she wasn't a woman? If this was like another property, would they have renegotiated and made sure she got paid? Or is just business just being business right now?
And honestly, that's the question. I would like to think that Scarlett Johansson is like top tier actress. She's
A-list for sure.
Outside of the Marvel shit, just a top tier actress. So I would imagine that Disney would have behooved themselves to talk, to iron out amendments to the contract when they knew about the pandemic and even the possibility of releasing these movies on streaming.
Now what's nuts, right? This was supposed to come out last year?
Yes,
and they delayed it from premiere access just to do the same shit again this year. Even though the movie theaters are open and you can freely go to the films, I mean, go to the movie theater, but you should have never gave people that option to put it on Disney Plus if you felt like this was gonna be
Facts.
something here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should have never gave the option.
But and from Disney's perspective, like you got to think about Black Widow the movie as like content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit was shot in 2019.
Yep.
Was supposed to be out in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, this is already a year and a half old movie. How much longer do we have to sit? Like, how much longer are we going to sit on this? Because at some point, as the pandemic goes on, you're going to lose ticket sales anyway. Like, had they only released this in theaters, like I feel like a lot of people still would have went to see it, but nowhere near, the previous track record before COVID.
Like we talked about, and I think you pointed out numerous times, they were on $1 billion track.
$1 billion streak since.
So I feel
Ragnarok.
like this probably would have gotten close. I'm not sure if it got $1 billion.
Had this been released when it was supposed to be released, I feel like it would have gotten close, or
I think
$1 billion.
it would have gotten close, because I think with the bigger buildups of those films that got $1 billion, they were either big crossover films or like a very new exciting property. Like Black Panther's Anomaly. So let's just not try to use that.
Yeah, got you.
But the Avenger movies, like those films, like I guess those are the ones that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because in the middle of that, we talking about Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther. I think
Ragnarok made $1 billion. That started the streak. So that was November 2017.
It's interesting with the Thor. Like I think that had Hulk in it.
It did have Hulk in it.
And it was a really good movie. So
the best in the trilogy.
Yeah. I think about outside was I don't know.
No, because Captain Marvel made $1 billion too.
Damn, never mind. That was knitting. Okay, so you might have a point there. I guess my viewpoint of the movie is cloud my judgment about it.
No, I really think the streak that the MCU was on, like I really think this would have, like, coming off of Endgame, Spider-Man Homecoming, and then the fact that she could
the very first film of
phase
the
4.
new phase.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm rolling. Let me get that hate out my heart. Get that hate out my heart.
And maybe I think we kind of talked about this, but do you think it was Disney's responsibility to restructure the contract with Scarlett Johansson, knowing that Disney Plus was even going to be a factor? Nope. Like even them thinking about the fact that, okay, you already answered. Nope. Okay. No, I was gonna try to restructure it, but no.
I mean, because that's your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't my business. Like, I ain't trying to give you my money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she probably got 20 up front, but the fact that she lost so much on the back end, that's how a lot of actors get their bread. They was like, hey, you know what? Look, I don't need my money up front. Let me just get some of them ticket sales. Exactly. So if we get $1 billion off the ticket sales, I can get, I can gross, 50, like 50, like what they're saying here in this article. Right. So,
this is what I wanted to ask you. Mm-hmm. Let's say, because this Black Widow should be Scarlett Johansson's last role in the MCU because she died in Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think Scarlett Johansson sues Disney if Black Widow would appear in future Marvel properties? Do you think she sues?
No,
I don't think so.
Because there's a way to recoup said money on the back end. Mm-hmm. Like, does she get any of those Black Widow doll points on that?
Yeah,
merchandise and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then you have literally killed Natasha Romanoff in this universe, so we're never going to see her again. Never. She didn't get a funeral. She didn't get a funeral. A memorial or something? No. All right, never mind. Sorry, that's a tangent. My bad. I'm sitting there thinking, no, she didn't get a funeral. She really didn't. The only person that got a funeral in Endgame was Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, yeah. So yeah, this is crazy. I can't say I didn't see it coming. I forget her name, but the lead actress that played Cruella,
Emma Stone,
she's suing Disney as well
for the same reason.
So it'll be interesting to see how contracts with these stars are going forward, or have these discussions already happened. Hey, if you're gonna put this on Disney Plus, you need to amend my shit now, or else we're gonna have a problem. So we'll see. We'll see if Disney has to pay Scarlett. Like, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen because this is major.
The reason my face is turned up because you talked about Cruella. Like I'm like, man, that joint looked like a straight to DVD joint. Like fuck that. Don't need no money.
I didn't watch it, but apparently it was really good. I've seen people say it was good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not paying.
It's like the most. It's like the most Listen, we talked about this enough, right? Like I just like in the off the dome, even going back further back in the episode, we talked about prequel films.
Yeah.
A prequel about Cruella DeVille, nasty. I don't want to see that. I don't care. Like it can probably, you know what? Two things can be true. The shit looks stupid and goofy, but that doesn't mean it's not a good film. But it's like, why?
Why are we doing this? Hey man,
Cruella DeVille.
Cruella DeVille. That's all I know. I don't know the rest of the words. That's funny though. Hey man, just
it's okay.
but you made a good point about the fact that Scarlett Johansson is a woman. Like, would this have happened if this was a male, one of her male counterparts?
If it was a male actor, I don't think this happens.
Because think about Shang-Chi. That's how apparently that's how you pronounce it. That's how they say it in the trailer. Mm-hmm. But that's coming out next month. Mm-hmm. They said only in theaters when they released the trailer. And the Delta variant spiking.
But see, this is the thing with the Black Widow film, right? Like now, excluding the Cruella point that you point out, that's another woman that's fighting for money, right? Mm-hmm. This was like one of those throwaway projects that you kind of feel that Marvel just had to do because the character is so beloved, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this. Yeah. Like we talked about that when they announced the film. We talked about it when the trailer came out. We talked about it when the movie released after our review. And we're talking about it now again. We feel like it's just a throwaway film. So it's kind of like, hey, beloved, like you all right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like they treating this.
Yeah, true.
But it's like, I'm never going to sit here and tell anybody what they're not worth. And if she feels like this is the money that is owed to her and you violated a contract by doing this, run me. We are coming for our check.
I feel like that's all what it boils down to. But Disney is trying to counteract that by saying Scarlett Johansson is being insensitive because she knows what COVID-19 has done to the world. Like I hear what you're saying, but I hear what you're saying, but fam, you knew that there was a possibility that you would release this on Disney Plus at the same time as theaters. So.
And I don't want to come off as if I'm defending big business because it's fuck Disney. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they owe people money. Like,
just pay them. Disney is $1 trillion business. Fam, you can pay her what her contract say you need to pay her.
Let's just say it made $1 billion and give me the points off of that. That's pretty much what it was. Because it's like, okay, Black Widow wasn't going to make more than $1 billion. $1 billion is the cap, right? It would have got to $1 billion.
Listen, I don't know. All I'm saying is it would have still been in the streak because Spider-Man
that hate is still there.
Homecoming made $1 billion too. They was on the streak, man.
Spider-Man
still the streak. The streak.
I hear you, but it's still. Oh, Ralph, let go of the hate.
Let it go.
I'm trying.
Let it go. It's cool, man. I think that might be all we got. Oh, well, last thing, we want to shout out Issa Rae on her on getting married. Shout out to her. Pictures were beautiful. Ralph made a good point about that though.
What?
About how my man's was not really in any of the pictures.
Hey, Issa played her own husband, fam. Like, come on, man. Like you see Issa, it's like two. I only saw 2 pictures, right? So excuse me, right? Is one where Issa's facing toward the camera, he's looking away. And then there's one where Issa's like on the step and she's kind of looking down, or they're looking at each other and you see the side of his face. So I'm like, hey, my pal, I'm just trying to see who got the $40 million woman. Like, who is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I heard they've been, I heard that her and her fiance been together for.
Oh yeah, they've been together for hell.
So shout out to the man, Queen Issa Rae. They have locked that up. That's beautiful, black love, all that great stuff.
Gotta love it. And shout out to everybody that thought that they were supposed to know that she was even engaged or dating somebody. Like, why y'all in her business?
because insecurity is such a big part of people's lives. They feel like this. So if Issa's married in real life, that gives you some hope. Or maybe it does.
I don't
think it gives them hope. That's probably what.
I don't know what's happening here, but I will say, what I will say is the pictures of Issa Rae and her husband are way better than the picture I saw floating around of some woman kissing her boyfriend or whatever, but his face and hands was photoshopped. You just saw the suit. You saw that shit. First of all, I thought it was funny, but thinking about it, like, fam, just don't post the picture.
It's not funny.
Just don't post. Just don't post. Yeah, just don't post.
You ain't have to take the picture. Well, okay, yeah.
Don't post it. Because I mean, she probably got it in her phone, just to have probably her wallpaper and shit. But fam, don't listen. If we dating and you post a picture of us and it's only my outfit, that's it.
We're done. Son.
That's it. Sorry. Just don't post the shit. I'm perfectly fine with not being posted. But if you gonna post me, I need, this needs to be shown. I moisturize this beard every day. What you talking about? Anyway. But that's all I had.
Yeah. Salute Queen Issa. We love you. We're waiting on Insecure season 5. That ain't coming no time soon.
Man, that should be here probably in October.
You said it was over here by the end of summer. It's the end of summer.
Not yet. Give it to the end of August. It's only August 1st.
That shit ain't coming.
It's not. It's only August 1st, man.
That is. They just wrapped 2 weeks ago.
It's been like a month since they wrapped.
But Johnny, it's not coming out soon.
It might come out in the next 2 months. They might premiere a trailer tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
I say
it's coming out. He said
I tell you, it's gonna come out in 2021. It's gonna come out in 2021.
You said it was supposed to come out quick, and you trying to skate around it because you said it was supposed to come out in the summer.
I thought it was. It's typically a end of summer, early fall show. Last year was a little early. It was like June.
Because we coming out of the pandemic. Hell, they just start shooting. What you mean?
All right, we get into fucking. Listen, man, I just hope it come out before the end of the year. I clearly got to change my take now because it is August 1st. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. So if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you for making it this far. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future episodes. We got some dope interviews coming. We appreciate y'all. And if you're listening on audio,